Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry about earlier. I think my computer is rapidly aging, and a lot of things sometimes don't turn out right the first time around. I'll talk about that in a moment, actually. Hopefully, the sound sounds correctly this time around. But I noticed Peter Shit has a new opening theme. I don't think he does the bum 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 Peter Schiff show anymore. I wonder if it's because I copied him and he wants to disassociate himself with me. I don't know. He has a new opening theme. I'll have to listen to it again. I might think about stealing that one as well to use here. And it's just really funny. I don't know why I love that Peter Schiff opening so much. I've been in love with it ever since the very first time I ever heard it, almost a decade ago now. But I want to talk about some quote unquote maternity leave that I'm taking next Wednesday because I'm really pleased with myself for asking for the day off. First, a little bit of background. I have been having such a hard time with both making friends and with dating here in the Phoenix area. I actually don't distinguish between the two very much, actually, here in the Phoenix area, and it's tough. Like I think I have something going on, and then there's twists and turns, and they don't go well. They don't turn out. People string me along for their own benefit, and then it doesn't go well. But that happens a lot to me, actually. I got taken advantage of when I was working on my PhD. I got taken advantage of financially. I had a girl who was using me for my money. That doesn't happen to me anymore, but sometimes people, not even just females, but males too, they string me along in a friendship in order to get something, whether it be emotional support for the time of their life, whether it be whatever I'm involved in, right, at the moment. And it just because, I mean, at the end of it, maybe I won't lose anything, but I'm growing older, right? I don't have time for that anymore, right? And unfortunately, I get strung along a lot with a lot of people, especially here in the Phoenix area. Uh, I just had a girl who strung me along because she liked some things that I was doing, and it's hard to explain. I won't go into too much detail here. And then there's another girl that I'm involved with right now, and I have to ask myself. I still don't know the answer. Is she also stringing me along until she finds something better? And that's a tough call to make. I'll have to decide on that. But anyways, Wednesday night. This is Central Arizona College. I teach here every Monday and Wednesday, but I called out on the following Wednesday because there's a homecoming event over at Phoenix College. There's a video game tournament of some sort. I hope to go to that. And I don't know why here in the United States especially, we put such an emphasis on people once they are married, right? So for example, if you ever watch the Dave Ramsey show, he always talks about work with your spouse to do whatever. He gets very upset when a married person calls, right? Either gender. A married person calls and says, "I want to do it this way," right? He emphasizes the word "we" when spouse. And conversely, sometimes people who are dating call the Dave Ramsey show and they say, "We want to do something," and Dave Ramsey will correct them. There's no "we" in this situation, right? And so I don't know why so much emphasis on post-marriage, but there's no emphasis on pre-marriage, right? People who aren't married, to give them resources to go out to look for the right person, right? And why we have to be so secretive. Imagine I instead of telling my boss that I had a family event, hey, Wednesday evening, I have a future family planning event or a dating event or whatever, right? I don't think I would have gotten very far with that. Why? Why? It doesn't make any sense to me. I want to see people being paid to go on a date, right? I really do. because we have a divorce rate here in the United States of what, 60%, 70%. I bet a lot of that could be resolved if we put some resources into pre-marriage, right? Um, I really do. I really do. I'm not joking. I know it sounds funny. It only sounds funny because we aren't doing it, right? I guarantee there was a time in our history where the concept of family leave was pretty funny as well, right? I guarantee there was, right? There was probably a time in our history where the concept of taking care of your kids was kind of funny, right? We were animals, right? As soon as the kids were born, they fended for themselves, right? A few million years ago, if you talked about any, assuming language even existed back then, if you even talked about family planning, that would have sounded pretty funny, wouldn't it? And just like how dating leave today sounds really funny, right? I thought I would just throw that out there. Everything sounds funny until it's put into practical use, right? The concept that I could press a button and stream to you guys probably sounded really funny 50 years ago as well, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.